All right, live market observation. This is volume 41. Yes, indeed. All right, so decided to come on a little earlier tonight, and just take a look at the markets during a different time. Time right now is about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, so I wanted to just take a look at how things are looking, talk about a few things, and then I'm going to bed. Going to bed early tonight. Feel like I need to catch up on some sleep, so I'm gonna go to bed a little earlier. All right, as you guys make your way on, please make sure that you like and share the video from whatever platform you're tuned in from. If you're tuning in from Facebook, be sure to follow the TeamAlliance page and turn on the bell. If you're tuning in from YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notifications after you like and share the video. And of course, if you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to retweet after you like and share the video. Throughout the observation, for anyone who may be new, please feel free to ask whatever questions you may have regarding the trading platform, which is the NADEX platform, or with regards to TeamAlliance training. Pretty much any question that you may have, you can feel free to ask. This is a safe place for you to ask questions and familiarize yourself with what we're doing. So, like I typically like to do at the very beginning, the platform that you're looking at on the screen is called NADEX. NADEX is a very powerful trading platform where you can trade specific instruments such as binary options, which are what we trade. They also have two other instruments available. One is called spreads and one is called knockouts. Those are really just creative ways of trading options. Binary options are a unique, specific instrument within itself. It's something that you can use to really capitalize on your understanding of market behavior more than anything. It's a simple decision that you make when you select your trade. You basically are saying, okay, I believe the market will stay above or will stay below a certain level, a certain price level. And on the platform, these horizontal lines that you see going across, each one of those lines represent one of those prices. They call the strike price. And all you're doing is you're saying, I believe that the underlying market will remain above or will remain below one of these lines. So when you look at the platform, what you'll see is an array of boxes. Like, for example, you see these boxes where my mouse is here. These boxes represent prices on the option. So these are prices that you can actually enter the trade with. And the pricing is based on a ladder or a scale of $100 per contract. So whatever price you see here, for example, if you're selling, basically, if you're selling, what you're saying is that you believe the market will stay underneath this line. And whatever price you see in this box here is letting you know how much money you'll make on the contract if you sell it. So right now, for example, you see the price is $5. Basically, it means that if you sell, like right there, you see 15, see 18, see 20. So here, look at this, $22. Let's open up the contract. If you were to sell now at $22, it means that you'll earn $22 per contract if you're correct about the market staying under the line. Now, what's interesting is that you saw that they were much lower prices. Like you saw $2 and $3 and then $5. And then out of nowhere, you saw $20 just now. And you may be wondering, well, yeah, why did the price go up like that for the same contract? Well, because the contract price is determined by the location of the market itself relative to the line. So the closer that the market gets to the line, the more money you could sell the contract for, because it means that there is less of a chance of the market staying under the line if the market is near the line. So you can earn more profit on that trade. So just as an example, that $20 example, if you sold at 20, what you're doing is you're taking $100 and you subtract the 20 from it. And the difference is 80. So now, if you're correct when you sell at 20 and the market stays under the line, you would collect that 20 when the clock runs out for the binary. If you're incorrect and the market goes above the line when the clock runs out, you would lose the 80. So you see that $100 scale is how you determine profit and how you determine the risk that you're accepting on the trade. Okay? So this is why I said this is a very simple instrument to trade, because it's that simple. So you see that it's easy to trade options. It's easy to trade binary options. It's probably the easiest instrument you can trade because the profit and the risk is built in before you get into the trade. So you know exactly how much you're risking and you know exactly how much you're going to earn if you're right. The problem is the market moves. See, while you're in the trade, the market will be moving. question is, how is it moving? And that question is exactly what we refer to as behavior. So, in other words, what is the behavior of the market? You'll see instances, for example, where the market might be moving in one direction and then suddenly it'll stop, turn around, and start moving the other way. And it's like, all right, why did the market do that? Not only that, why did the market do that at that level? Why did the market do that now? Like, these are questions that you are really required to answer in order to be effective when you trade. If you don't answer those questions, you'll never know and understand why you're even in a trade, because you need to be able to answer those questions before you trade if you want to be consistent when you trade and profit. Okay? So whenever you are looking at these binaries, the binaries are simple to trade. It's not the binary that's the problem. The problem is you don't understand how the market moves, and your trade at times when the market movement is too unpredictable. And what that leads to is the equivalent of a coin flip. Now, you're either going to be right or you're going to be wrong. That's what makes it a coin flip. It's either heads or tails. You're either going to be right or you're not, right? There's no in between. There's no, oh, I was almost right. Oh, I was right, but it was too late. It was after the binary expired. None of that counts. The only thing that counts is what the binary is doing, or I should say what the market is doing now during the current binary. Like, we're only looking at the binary that's in play right now. So, for example, right now on the euro, this current binary expires in 43 seconds, right? Again, the market has been moving for the previous 4.5 minutes. It's been moving. It started out over here. And when it started out here, it was up here near the top of this green box. Now you see where it's positioned. It came and made its way lower, and now it's towards the middle of the box. It did that within the 5-minute period that we've been here for. So you see how the market has moved to a different position altogether, and it has done it in a certain way as well. So not only has it repositioned its location to over here at the end of this 5 minutes, but look at how it did it. See, there are candles here. You got a red candle here. You have another one that came down here that has a wick on it that ended up being a blue candle. Then you had another blue candle here, and then you had the red candle here. And then you had the candle just now that closed out the binary, which is the small candle here. All of this activity took place during the last 5 minutes. You see? So it's understanding this movement that will allow you to be consistent when you trade, because you'll know what it means when the market is at a certain place or position, and then based on its behavior, whether or not it's likely to remain either under or over that place. You see? So understanding that is how you position yourself to be professional. And what it translates into is you may or may not even end up being in a trade. Because if the market is too unpredictable, you shouldn't be trading, period. You see? So unpredictable behavior is what we call coin flipping. Now, some people call unpredictable behavior volatility, and they like to trade during that type of movement. And I understand why people want to trade during that, because they'll get pricing on the options and they'll have trading opportunities. But those trading opportunities are literally setups. And the setup is exactly what it says. It's a setup. It's setting you up to potentially lose your trade. So understanding the market is the key to all of this, because through your understanding of the market, you'll know when the market's behavior is unpredictable. And during that time, you'll do nothing aside from observe. And this is how you position yourself to become professional. Make no mistake about it, being professional in this trading industry means that you're profitable over and over again. That's what a professional does. A professional produces the same outcome each time they apply their work, right? When you go to the dentist, first thing the dentist does is take an x-ray. They ask you a couple of questions. Hey, you got a toothache? Okay, which tooth is it? You point to the tooth. As soon as you point to the tooth, when they start to write their notes, they will say what number the tooth is. They'll be like, it's number 16. And you're listening, you're like, what the hell is that? You don't understand the language, you don't understand the terminology yet because you're not a dentist. But the dentist is a professional. So he says, he or she, yeah, tooth number 16. And then they keep talking. All right, we have slight decay. So we're gonna do a crown, blah, 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 blah. Whatever the hell they be saying. Because dentists be talking. They're talking while you're sitting there. Because they know exactly based on how the tooth looks what they gotta do. See, they have their process already in place. They're not wondering, oh man, he said his tooth hurt on the left side. I wonder which tooth it is. The dentist doesn't wonder which tooth it is. He tells you which tooth it is. He's even talking to his assistant. And when they talk, they speak in the dentist language. All right, it's tooth number 16. All right, so what are we doing? Well, let's take an x-ray. That's the next step. See, there's a process. So after they find out which tooth it is, he looks at it, he or she, and they might see, all right, you got some tooth decay, so we're basically gonna drill it out and we're gonna fill it. Do you have any tooth sensitivity? Yeah, it's kind of sensitive too. All right, we may need to do a root canal also. See? So they collect information and then they apply process. They don't do anything else. It doesn't matter who sits in the chair. It doesn't matter what your problem is. You might have a toothache, right? You just might have sensitivity. Whatever your problem or your issue is, the dentist will collect the information and then apply their process. They're not wondering what they need to do. They know what they need to do. And they apply the process regardless of who's in the chair. You might sit in the chair and be like, oh man, my tooth hurt me so bad, man. I need something, man. What can you do for me right now? The dentist be like, well, gotta take an x-ray, and after that, can't do nothing for you yet. You gotta come back. See? Don't matter how much your shit is hurting. If it's hurting real bad, they'll prescribe some antibiotics, and they'll be like, all right, we'll take this and you come back in 2 days, and in 2 days we're gonna do such and such. They might either need to do a drilling or sometimes an extraction. They might need to do a root canal. But again, a process. They apply the process. So it doesn't matter that you're in mad pain. They know that you're in pain, but they can't do nothing for that yet. So what they're gonna do? Antibiotic, because your tooth might be infected if it's throbbing. They'll tell you that. Yeah, it sounds like you got an infection. Here, take this antibiotic. Come back in 2 days. And you like, come back in 2 days. My shit hurt now. But their process is in place. He's not gonna do anything right then and there on the spot, because there's still a process involved, you see? So he ain't going to be like, all right, well, just because your tooth is hurting, I'm going to take it out. Let's go ahead and pull it out. You see? This is what I mean about professional. So the same way that the dentist doesn't just do willy-nilly and silly things just because of the circumstance, regardless of what the circumstance is, they apply the same process. Regardless of what time of the day is, we apply the process to the market. Regardless which market it is, we apply the same process. It don't matter if it's Aussie, Euro, Pound, Dollar, Yen. Doesn't matter. Same process. Doesn't matter what the market is doing. We apply the same process so that we know what to do. We know what we're going to do. Oh, the market is volatile right now. All right, so we know that we ain't doing shit. We're observing. Process. That's professional trading. Professional trading doesn't mean trading all day long. It don't mean taking trades and setups just because you see setups and trades that you can take. The key to being successful when you trade and winning is understanding the market movement. If you don't understand that, you lost before you took a trade. You got to understand that first. So this is what I mean about professionalism. So we eliminate all of the things involved in this trading process that would cause us to lose. The main thing is to observe and recognize behavior. We do that very well here. Very well. And that's why anytime that you see trades that we end up in, when you look at how the market looks the same. It's like, oh wow, that trade looked just like how the last one looked that you ended up in. Yeah, because the market looks the same. Market looks the same. So if you have the same behavior anytime you're in a trade, it means that your process is the same. What else does it mean? It means the outcome will be the same. The outcome of what? Well, ultimately the outcome of the trade, but understand why the outcome of the trade will be the same. The outcome of the trade is going to be the same because the outcome of the market's movement will be the same. We have tools. We know that when this box is up and when the market is stable with the other layers as well, you see the market activity taking place inside of this box, and you have the other layers of stability present. You know what that means. It means you know what the outcome of the movement in the box is going to be. It's going to remain in the box. See? But we don't just use that one piece of information. That's one piece of the other piece, or the other pieces, I should say. It's one piece of the other pieces. So there's multiple layers that we utilize to ensure that the market remains stable while we're observing. That way, the market is not stable anymore. We pick up on it and we see it and we know. See? So once we recognize that there's stability in the market's behavior, now we wait for the actual trade to come. And this is something that the market does. So again, professional. See, as a professional, you know to wait for these things. And as a professional, that's what you execute. You execute the process. Execute the process. So you can feel free to ask questions and pretty much anything of that nature if you so choose. I'm about to eat something. I'm gonna eat this while we watching. Toothaches and layers of cake. The analogies are crazy. Facts. Yeah, that tooth shit is nothing to play with. Rel, did you have the link for the alarm? Did you get that in the group chat? If so, what you do is as soon as you go to the link and the page opens up, look at the clock here on NADEX, right? Look at this clock. When this gets to around 30 seconds, like 30, 35 seconds, you want to click on that big green start button. And then that'll sync up the clock. So from that point on, then when you get to around 1:30 left on every binary, the alarm goes off. Okay. So you never got the link, is what you're saying. If you don't have the link, ask in the group chat on Facebook, and someone will paste the link for you, and then follow the instructions I just gave you. Okay. Of course, as soon as I thought it's probably already in there. Mm-hmm. Walker, I can agree with this for the most part. Yep. I saw a few instances where there was potential, but for the most part, yeah, you're right. Omega manipulated by who? I'm not totally sure what you mean when you say manipulated. You're asking, can the binaries be manipulated or the market? Because you can't manipulate the market, and the market is what decides the binary. So that kind of answers that question. Shout out to season 5. I'm on season 4 now. I'm in the 3rd episode already. I think Taylor is one of my favorite characters now. Taylor's ill. What I'm realizing now also that I didn't know. Yeah, pretty much. That's a fact right there. Yeah, but what I didn't realize, Taylor's a girl. But they got the whole language thing when you refer to, I don't even know what they call it. When you call them them and they, when you make reference to them, I kind of got educated. Yeah, non-binary. Thank you. Non-binary. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Because I was totally lost. I was like, who the hell is they? When I first heard them, when they were having a conversation, I think it was Bobby and his wife. They were talking about him. And they kept saying them, there, they. Like, what the hell's going on? Right. It was funny too. I think I was watching with Lulu at the time. I was like, they keep calling Taylor they, them. I just call it it. It. I'm like, I'm confused. I can't keep up. Shit. The thing. I'm more for that, huh? Don't come for me. Leave me alone. Yeah, Taylor's crazy smart. Yeah, that character is amazing. Yep. See, they going. See, yeah. Come on, y'all doing too much. What does that mean? Absolutely. No emotion at all. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying Billions. I forgot who told me about it. It was someone in TA told me. I think they mentioned it either on here or we were in a group chat. But you watch that, you start watching that, you get hooked. Oh, was Jamal? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. Yeah, Jamal knew what he was talking about because that show was fire. Wags. Wags is my man. Carrie, it's on. It actually comes on Showtime, but you can watch the previous seasons on Amazon Prime if you got it. Yeah, I throw it on like at night when I'm observing. When I'm in the bed, I definitely throw Billions on while I'm observing the market. 3 minutes left here on this binary. Y'all think the market's gonna stay in the box? Y'all think these candles are gonna stay in this box? Just type in yes or no. I'm gonna ask you another question in a minute. It's possible. Is it likely? Edwin spoke that right into existence, huh? Now let's talk about that. So let's talk about what we just observed. That was good. So now everyone who said that the market would stay in the box, why? JT is funny. Thanks a lot, Edwin. So okay, so let me go back. The original question was when we were over here where you saw the arrow. I think it was on this candle. Was it? Or was it this far back? I forgot when I asked, but when I asked, there was 3 minutes left on the binary, and the question was would the market stay in the box? And pretty much everyone said yes at the time. So my question to that was, why did you feel the market would stay in the box at the time with that much time left? And this is a good answer because there was a barrier, and the barrier was actually tested right up until the last minute of the binary. And that's where the barrier was violated. But the reason that this candle here, let me zoom in. The reason this candle here held is because that movement that came up respected this barrier here. It was at 06. So you had the barrier here at 06. It respected it here. And then it respected it here on the next one. So I think right here is where I put the arrow just to mark it. So now this was the second to last candle of the binary. And then the last candle of the binary was here. So I want you guys to see, because this is the perfect example right here to use as to why we wait for parameters during this type of behavior. Because the market moving outside of the box here is not a behavior thing. It's not because there was bad behavior or there was anything going on. The only reason that the market moved outside the box here is because it changed position. That's the only reason why it moved. Now, the reason that we have multiple layers that we utilize to confirm that the market is stable in the position where it is, this is why we use all of the layers that we have. So we don't rely just on one component, because if you're looking at just this, you're saying, all right, it's in the box It's been in the box. It's staying in the box. There's a barrier here. Okay, cool. Here, tested the barrier. Tested it again here. But when it tested it again, on the next candle was the last candle of the binary. And when do we apply parameters? In the last candle. So during the last candle, the trade itself would not have been validated, meaning that we wouldn't have entered this trade. But remember when I asked you guys about the market staying in the box, that was a market question. That was a market question. And because just because you said, yeah, the market is going to stay in the box, it doesn't mean that you're going to trade. It just means based on the behavior and based on the barrier that the market is likely to remain in the box. Unless a position change comes, and a position change did come, and it happened to come during the last minute. Now, what would have kept us out of being in that trade? See, this is why the process is what it is, because it's fine-tuned. So just in case, when the market is in range, if our parameters don't confirm, we don't enter the trade. And that is what will always keep us out or prevent us from being in a trade during something like a position change. So sometimes people will see this and this will frustrate them because they're like, well, look at all of this here. All of this, the market was in the box for all of this. And then it wants to go and move outside the box on the last candle over here. Well, this is why we don't just enter trades. See, we never just enter based on a trade setup, and we never just enter based on having part of the layers of stability. Because again, just because this position change took place doesn't mean that the market's not stable. The market is stable. But the position change is what relocated the market outside of the box, and it happened to be during the last minute of the binary. But this is irrelevant if you're not in the trade. So not being in the trade just simply shows you, all right, this was a position change here. That's it. And that's where you leave it. So again, now you guys see why I reiterate all the time to follow the process. Don't jump into trades just because you're seeing that the market is presenting you with one layer of stability. You understand? Just because of that. So we don't ever jump into trade because we're never in trade mode. We're always in market mode. Being in market mode, we would exercise discipline right here. You saw what I did. I'm looking and I put an arrow there. I'm like, all right, well, the barrier's here, it's holding. Last candle comes. What happens? You don't get that +1, did you? So what do? You don't do anything. You don't do anything. You stay out. And that's why mindset is important, because mindset will enforce the discipline that you need to stay out, because you're not going to just jump in based on what you think that you see the market doing at the time. You only trade based on the market actually doing at the time. And through confirmation of what it's doing, that's what validates the actual trade that will come at the right time. You see? So that's more so the lessons that you have to learn. You got to learn how to be patient, and you have to learn how to just wait. Instead of jumping the gun and assuming that the market is going to do something when the market has the, the potential to do something else, especially when you didn't get confirmation that you should even be in the market at the time. The market being stable is the first confirmation that we need. And we know that stability has 3 different layers that we use. Smaller candle dominance, that's range. That's the first one. The next one is the barrier. And the barrier is only going to manifest when you have move and hold behavior. So that right there is phase 2 of 301. When phase 2 is confirmed, you got move and hold. Move and hold is what will create a barrier. And then clusters of candles is what confirms the barrier. So when you have that RCB now, the trade has to also come. See? So this was the perfect example of having everything here except the trade. Right here, the trade didn't set up for us. We wouldn't have even been in this. Period. Wouldn't have been in it. So that's what discipline and patience always allows us to have. Yep. For range, yes. Melanie, yes. Because you can't be, you're not right or wrong when it comes to a market question. You really either know or you don't know. So like when I ask a question beforehand, if you got put like this, you got 3 minutes on the clock left. And I ask you, all right, based on what you're seeing in the market, do you think the market's going to stay in the box? So now you give your assessment of what you're seeing in the market. So let's go back. If you look at all of this, can you say here that you have smaller candles dominating throughout this? And we'll just use just this area here. So from here to right in here. In this area, can you say here that you have smaller candles dominating? Shani says nope. Melanie says yep. See, now who's right and who's wrong? This ties right into what Melanie asked me a minute ago. Now, look at this. Transition. Look at that. So Angel was saying that in this area, the market is actually transitioning still. Very interesting. So let's actually count. Let's do an actual count. So let's look at all the candles inside the box here. So let's start here. This one is 5. This one is 3. This one is 4. This one is 4. Okay, so we got these 2 are 4. Let's see what this one is. 5, 3, 5, 3. That one is 3. This one is 5. So you actually got a lot of 5s. So you had these, I think these two are 4. Yeah, this one is 4, this one is 4. So that's 2 4s. That one, we go count that one, so that's 3. We'll count that one, that's 4. We'll count that one, 5, 6. So that's 6 candles at 4 or less. Every other candle was 5 or more. So 6 were 4 or less. How many were 5 or more? Let's count them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So look at that. 9 candles are 5 or more. 7 candles, 4 or less. So did you have smaller candle dominance? Just based on that exercise I just did you have smaller candle dominance yet? Nope. Shawnee talking his shit now. Like I said. So when you actually look at it and you examine it closer, no, you didn't have smaller candle dominance yet. So just like what Angel said, transition. What did you have? You did have the candles in the box. Candles were in the box until this position change right here. We had that. The actual movement was holding. The movement is move hold. But if you don't have smaller candle dominance, then that means you don't have range. So if you don't have the range yet, let's see how big the candle was that shifted to position. The candle that shifted to position was 6 micropips. So that candle alone was actually doing what the majority of the candles were doing, which were moving 5 micropips or more. Think about that. This is why range is so important. This is good. So think about what I just said. The position change candle was 6 micropips, which was in line with what the overall dominance already was, which were larger candles. This is what happens when you elevate. You just start to open up your understanding even more. You understand the importance of things more. Because what this does is it just reiterates the importance of range. And remember what range is. Range is the first indication of stability. David says some of them look small. That's why we adjusted the graph so that we cannot be confused on what's small and what's big. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And see, that's why I asked the question. Because if I didn't ask that, you know, for the most part, people would still be confused. Like, why did the market do this when it was stable? Well, this had nothing to do with the market being stable. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa. You got to catch this moment. Catch it. I'm going to mark the candle. This candle right here had nothing to do with the market movement being stable. This was a position change. When the market changes positions, it's moving from one position to another. How far it moves is going to be based on the dominance that's already present. Hold on. If you had a range of smaller candles that were dominant, you wouldn't have had a 6 micro pip move. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is this making sense? Market already was telling us that, all right, it's transitioning, but it ain't there yet. It ain't where yet. It's not ranging fully yet. It started to. It was attempting to in this whole area. But if you have smaller candles when there are larger candles already dominating, it will eventually go back to the larger candles. The same way that if you had smaller candles and then you had a position change, it would go back to smaller candles. But during transition, if the candles are big already, the smaller candles interrupt the big ones. So eventually it goes back to what? Back to the big ones. Man, this is a moment. This is a moment. Again, this is showing the importance of range. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. And this is again why I tell you guys to zoom out and also look at the size of the candles. That way you won't be mistaken when you actually look, because I mean it's that important that you really need to know. Well, hold on. Oh, like, what's the dominance? Are the larger candles dominant still, or the smaller ones? Well, it's in transition. Okay, so then that means that the smaller ones are not fully dominant yet, which means eventually this shit gonna give a big candle. What if it gives a big candle right here? Does a big candle right here, and it makes sense because it was already doing big candles. The dominance of the smaller candles are not fully in yet. When they are, we'll know. It'll be undeniable. We won't have to wonder. Kind of like what you're seeing now. Let's see what the biggest candle here is. Oh, look at that. So you got 6, 6, 5. So that's 3 candles right here in the middle. Let's see what all the other ones are. This one is 6, 5, 3, 2, 3. Here you got 2, 2, 2, and whatever this gonna be. So if you actually look at this, it's still transitioning because you still got these bigger ones here. So it's still transitioning. This is powerful, y'all. This is powerful because this is what I mean about just assuming. Don't assume that shit is something that it ain't yet. Let the market tell you what it is. Market is telling us. Nah, there's some big candles in here still, doggy. And look what happens here, another big candle. And look at the timing of it again, right at the end of the binary. Look at that. So if you just bought in here and you're like, all right, well, it's going to stay in the box. Look at what this shit just did. This shit just came down and closed on the strike. So if you would have bought, you would have lost. Hello? If you would have bought, you would have lost just now. Man. This is a lot, man. See, like this is very high level understanding of market movement. This has nothing to do with trades and binaries yet. This is just us observing the movement. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. This is where we need to be. When you have smaller candle dominance, the bigger candles represent position changes. If you don't have smaller candle dominance yet, the bigger candles are just big candles that are reappearing because you already had the existence of bigger candles. And understand that the market transitions into tighter and tighter range. So you got range all the time because the market is always moving within a certain range. But we are looking for tight range. And that's why I gave the number on the layers of stability training, 4 or less. So if you got 5 and 6 size candles, they're not as big as 8 and 9s, but it's still 5 and 6. That ain't 4. We want to see 4 and under, right? Yep. Very good. Very good. Yeah, because see, you have to be thrown off by the questions because you're thrown off by the behavior. See, when you look at the market, you're still trying to figure out, like, damn, why did it do that? Like, this was perfect just now. This right here. You know how many people could have been in this right here? Because they're looking at this and they're like, the market's in the box. I'm just taking it. Market is in the box. It's gonna hold. Then you got this big candle that comes and ends right on the strike. Look at where it closed. On the strike. That's a loss. So we don't trade just based off of one layer. Crazy. Crazy, man. Still transitioning. Look, the candles are still big. Now, again, the movement is stable. If you actually look at it, for the most part, the movement is stable. There's a few instances where you have reversals, but pretty much each candle, when it goes, it stays wherever it goes. but it's not in a range yet. Yep. Good stuff, man. Yeah, very good habit. Very good habit. Now, Angel is saying, I wait to see RCB. Understand that we have yet to see RCB. Why? Tell me why we have yet to see RCB since I've been on here observing. Tell me why we have not seen it yet. See how good y'all are. This is good. Why have we not seen it? Ooh, come on, Angel.
Dom de Marco, Dom de Marco. Dom de Marco, Dom de Marco.
Yeah. I had to rewind it. I messed up the damn Don DeMarco at first. Had to do it over. Yes. It's too loose still in the box. Now, Orion, we do have a slow environment, but we don't have a range yet. See, everything fits in. We have a slow environment, but the range is not there yet. The smaller candle dominance is not solidified yet. Yes, we need the range first. We actually saw an instance where there was a barrier, and then the barrier got busted by the position change candle. Then we come to find out that that wasn't even a position change candle. That was just a big candle in an already existing big candle dominant market. Y'all have caught that, yes? Back when I asked the question about whether the market was going to stay in the box and then that candle moved outside the box, you understand that that wasn't even a position change. That was continuation of larger candle. In other words, just continuation of more movement that was already present. We never had the smaller candle dominance yet. We got close, but it ain't there yet. Even here. See, you looking in here, you're like, all right, yeah, that's RCB. Not yet, bro. This can't be RCB yet if you still have these bigger candles in here. These candles in here is 6 micro pips. That's too big. It's in the box, but it ain't enough to just be in the box. It got to be tight in the box. We need a range in the box. We don't have that yet. And this is why we don't have RCB yet. Because even if there is a barrier that's being respected, like in here, you actually have a barrier here at the top of these candles. The barrier is being respected. But what you don't have is range yet. These candles here is too big. This one, look at this, 6. This one is 6. That's too big. You can have barrier with big ass candles. That's why you want to see the first indication of stability already there, which is what? Range. Range. Now you'll see why I do this. You'll see why I look at the market this way. It's so you can't get tricked. Because no matter how you try to trick us, when we apply this, you can't trick us. Can't trick us. Here we go. Range needs to tighten before we even care for barriers. Come on now. Can't get to the bottom layer unless you are at the top first. The golden cake is on the bottom. The chocolate cake is on the top. We need the chocolate first. Yep. This is why the questions stop me in my tracks, because I'd be skipping all of this. Show up in my next game so I can make time for other things. It's easy to slip. It's easy. But as you become more disciplined, you don't slip because you always apply no matter what. There we go. We need them layers. Yep. Cake. Pound cake. I like that song. That song is hard. I would play it, but they'll try to block the video just because I play that nonsense. So in 737, you said when you see a range for the first time, you actually want to see a large candle to see if the range will continue or revert back to the larger range. That just happened. That boy know what he talking about, don't he? That boy Mark know what he talking about. Shit. That's the cake right there. RCB cake. So here's a good example. So this is how I look at this, right? Like you see that we got a couple small candles here. But look at the previous candles that it's coming off of. These are big ass candles, right? We basically have had large candles still dominating in the market. And right here, you see the little slowdown, the little pause, smaller candles, back to bigger candle. So distance, or I should say farther distance, is what's dominating. So put it like this. Larger candles represent more distance. There's more micro pips in the movement. The more micro pips in the movement that you have, that's what makes things dangerous. That's why we rely on the first indication that the market is actually stabilizing for real, which is range. You don't have to wonder when the market's only moving 3 or 4 micro pips at a time during a 1 minute period. When the market is moving all heavy like this, you don't know what the hell is going on. Just look at this one, for example. Look at the one next to where this one is. Look, just watch this. Watch this for a second. The high is 51, the low is 43. That's 8 micro pips. top to bottom. But look at where it went up to and look at where it ended. You see where it went up to? It went up outside this box, and then when it came down, it ended back in the box. You want to trade during this? This is the volatility people will always be talking about they love so much. Look at the next one. Look at this one. Look at the high. 59, the low is 44. That's 15 micropips. And look at where it ends. It ends in the middle. You want to trade during that? You trying to figure out if the market going to stay above or below this line with that type of behavior. Doesn't make any sense. And this is just one version of it. Like, these are real big candles. 8 micropips. This one was 15 micropips. Just flip a coin. If you want to trade during any of that, flip a coin. See? This is how the market beats people up all the time. The Napoleon cake. Yeah, no, it is Napoleon. Melanie talking about Neapolitan ice cream. Right, that's that strawberry vanilla chocolate. That's good too, though. Yeah, no, Napoleon cake is an actual type of cake at the bakery. New York bakeries got Napoleon cake. Italian, well, any Italian bakery. But we know that Italian bakeries are dominant in New York City. So, yeah, but Napoleon cake is definitely an Italian cake. Or I should say it's made in Italian bakeries. It's funny because it's named after Napoleon, but it's an Italian recipe. So what they take is whatever the filling is. I forgot what that's called. It's not custard. It's not custard. It's not egg cream. It's some type of cream. But they got the cream in between 3 to 4 layers of this very light, flaky crust. And it's all sandwiched together. So like when you look at it, it has like 4 layers of the cream in between the layers of the fluffy crust. It's delicious. It's delicious. Yeah. Yep, Napoleon cake. Look, Jay Carly. She's like, I'm right, man. Yeah, it's like yes. Yeah, it's very flaky and puffy. Yeah, red velvet is good too. You got to get it from the right place. If you're in New York City, the best bakery here, in my opinion, is Artuso's. Artuso's. Yep. But there's too many. I know there's a few I haven't tried yet that might be better. But if I find a better Napoleon cake, I'll let y'all know where to get it from. For red velvet, there's a guy in Brooklyn called Cake Man. And he used to be making red velvet cake. The line outside the spot used to be like around the block every day just to get a slice. $7, $8 for that slice. Then he went up to 10. Yeah, I think he retired though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he still got a spot or not. but he used to have one right on Fulton Street in Brooklyn. Yep. Tiramisu is great. Tiramisu is delicious. Tres leche, pretty good. Pretty good. Bougie ding dongs. Oh shit. He got them. He got the bougie golden hostess cupcakes. You know the golden ones with the white icing on it? Hostess. In the hard plastic container. Hood cake. Yep, hood cake. Yeah, good rum cake is delicious. I like rum cake because it really be having rum in it. You over there eating a piece of cake, getting drunk. Valencia cake is good. That's I think that is that Dominican. And I know it's Latino of some type. Seemed like it's Dominican. I think I had that in Washington Heights before. But correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been another one. And you know what, Kate, I hate? Oh, it's Puerto Rican. Okay, I was close. I was close. You know what? I cannot stand fruitcake. You know what's funny? I never tasted fruitcake, but I don't like how it looks. Oh shit. Oh shit. Angel shooting at the at the DRs. She's like, nah, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Boricua, man. My bad, Angel. I know. I know. You're right. Different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. It does look suspect. I'm like, why? Like, first of all, it's called fruitcake and it looks fruity. Look fruity. But they be having a nice box for it though. Like it be in a nice box. The best part of the fruitcake is the box. Oh shit. Great doorstops. Wow. So all right, so we agree. Nobody likes fruitcake. Yes. All right. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that one. I don't know. I think y'all a little crazy. Y'all are Bustelo crazy. Southern stack cake. Apple filling. Oh, that sounds good. I never tried that, Carrie. I want to try that now. I kind of like apples. Like I like apple pie. I never had apple filling in the cake, but it sounds good though. That sounds good. Like I like apple cobbler and peach cobbler. I like that type of stuff. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yep, Mark's still doing a bit too much. Who goes apple picking still? I remember going apple picking when I was a kid. Like we used to kind of go often. And my grandmother used to make apple pie with the apples. We used to bring bags of apples back. Oh, I definitely want it then. He said apple butter. Yeah, it's been a minute, Melanie. TA Food. Apple butter. I love apple butter. You kidding me? That gotta be good. Apple butter between 7 thin layers of cake. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. If they got it at Publix, I'll find it. Cover your ears. Cover your ears, Angel. Oh, you went upstate New York, right? Oh yeah. Apple picking is heavy up there. That's where we used to go. Yep. Mo, where'd you do this? Mangoes? Where you go to pick mangoes? Hawaii? I know I sound mad uneducated. Somewhere Caribbean, I'm sure. Oh, Florida. Nice. I never heard of that. Mo said you can go pick mangoes in Florida, in Miami. Okay. I'm a fan of mangoes too. Yeah, apple butter on toast is crazy. Man, you know who makes the best apple butter? Um, the Amish. The Amish, their apple butter is like you want to hurt somebody when you taste it. Homemade. Like when you go to Amish country, that's what they do. They make that apple butter, boy. And another thing that they have that's actually very good too is it called, I think it's called moon pies. But it's like homemade though. They just make good stuff, man. Their food is delicious. grams, 108 grams. Oh, yeah, I had them in the backyard. What? Nice. That's crazy. Yeah, somebody asked about stop loss. Why? No, well, if that's a question, no, we don't use stop losses. But these are binaries. You don't really need a stop loss. You just need to be correct about where the position of the market will be when the clock runs out. The way that you stop losing is by winning. The way that you win is by understanding the market and the movement. Yeah, this is accurate. Yep. Oh, Hanson's place. Did I try that before? I think I tried that before. Yeah, there's a couple of food trucks In Brooklyn, man. Sheesh. There's this one taco spot. The way that their taco is, they got it's a hard shell, but it's like a homemade taco. Like it's not even a real taco. It's more like, man, I'm trying to think of what shell. It's kind of more like, um, it's not a soft shell. It's a hard, crunchy shell, but it's not like the traditional taco. But that shell is nice and like flaky. It has like air bubbles in it. Somebody might know what I'm talking about. I forgot what the shell is called, but them joints is crazy. Yep, the Mennonites. That's them. That's them. Yes, ma'am. In the money. In the money. By trading in the money, you don't have to anticipate the market going anywhere. It can just remain where it is. When you're trading in the money options, it means that the market is already in position relative to your binary. So it doesn't have to get into position in order for you to win your trade. So that's why we use that approach. Yeah, the shells they make from scratch. It's like it's a Mexican shell. She said they homemade taco shells. Nah, but it's a shell it has a different name. Okay, what's an empanada? Is it empanada because of the shell or because of the ingredients? Probably both. But the empanada doesn't use a regular taco shell though. It has a different type of shell, right? Oh shit. CJ Carr, you be trying to get at me. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna just keep going. You got hard taco and soft taco. I'm talking about the hard tacos. But no, then you got corn and then you got flour, right? See, I know what I'm talking about. So empanadas are soft, right? Okay, so not empanadas. That's why I said taco. So the one I'm talking about is a hard shell, but I don't know if it's corn or if it's flour. I think it's corn, but it's not a regular taco shell. It's thicker. It's almost like it's two layers of a taco in one, and then they close it and then they put the stuff in it. You know what it reminds me of? You know um the noodles that they use at the Chinese restaurant for your wonton soup? The noodles. It's kind of like that. Light and flaky like that. And crispy. Kind of reminds me of that. Oh, tortillas. Maybe that's what it is. Fried tortillas. All right, I'll go with that. Or maybe it's just a fried taco. I don't know. How do? Oh, because I say salsa. So what do y'all say? Do y'all say salsa? How y'all say it? Yeah, Mono, I'm talking about the fried noodles. Yes. Look, J. Carly, she likes this. She loves this shit. This is an opportunity to get at me. So somebody says salsa, salsa, salsa. That's how y'all say it. Yeah, yeah, y'all is a trip. Yeah, and it also still you can still see the instability too in the larger moves. If you look at the bigger moves, they are pulling back too afterwards. So you kind of see how that instability is hidden, but you can't hide it when you get the larger move. So when the market moves further, when it doesn't hold, when it has that reversal energy in it, because you have larger candles and larger moves, it exposes the instability in the movement. And that's why you get the wicks on the candles. Yep. I never tried these. Alcaprillas. Did I say it right? But what is that, Angel? What's in it? Another thing I like is Spanish oatmeal. Man, that oatmeal, whew, that joint delicious. It's rich, but make you can't eat that if you're not home. You need to be close to a bathroom because that joint is going straight through. Oh, I messed it all up, huh? Green banana seasoning, fried ground beef in the center. I've seen that before. I don't think I liked how it looked, so I never tried it. Yeah, this is true. Very true. Platanos. Yeah, we. Yeah, you got to have the bathroom on deck. Yep, got to. Yeah, Lulu fried plantains all the time. She fries them and puts salt. She shakes salt on them. Pretty good. Plantains is probably one of the most popular. I don't even know what it is. It's a fruit or a vegetable. Whatever it is, everybody cooks them. I think they have plantains like in every culture. Yep. Oh, sunny side eggs. Yes. Oh, who does this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You sound a mad Boricua right now. You said dipping them joints in the yolk. Oh man. Yeah, I don't be messing with no egg yolks. Yeah, Shawnee with me. I ain't messing with that. Oh man. Mofongo, I was never interested in it. It sound crazy to me. Mofongo. This is funny. Oh snap! Suspect. Yeah, you can have all them yolks, Angel. They are all yours. Yeah, I mess with egg whites now. Like I like omelets, and I actually like a white Western omelet. Take them yolks out, put some red and green peppers in there, a little bit of ham and like some sausage. More so sausage for me, actually. Sausage and I use Swiss cheese. White Western omelet with a piece of toast. I had salmon tonight. Grilled. I had well, how did she make it? Yeah, it was grilled. It was good. It was kind of like a salmon steak. Yeah, man, get them yolks out of here. And I like it fried too. Fry that egg white up. That's a good question. Mainly the cholesterol. I ain't gonna front. Cause if my cholesterol wasn't as high as it was, I probably would just, I just eat a regular fried egg. As long as the yolk is fried up, I'm good. But I just don't want no drippy egg, Angel. Yo, anytime I think about the eggs like that, I always think about Rocky. Remember when he took the eggs and he put them in the blender? Or he might have just took the eggs and cracked it and put it in a cup and drank it. He did one or the other. Remember in Rocky? Or am I bugging? Oh, I didn't even know they had that. They got egg white in the carton. I don't know about that. I still want a real egg though. Egg in the carton seemed like it's something else. Hey, oh, you're not doing that, Angel? Right, Adrian. Oh snap! That is funny. Oh man, now I gotta watch Rocky just for that. Oh snap! Yeah, yeah, make him exactly. He made him drink the yolks. Yup. With nothing, no salt, not like nothing, just straight. Ugh. And you know where else I like eggs? I like eggs and fried rice. Like when you get your fried rice from the Chinese restaurant, a good fried rice with the eggs in it. Eggs and what else I like in the rice? What are them things called? Scallions. Yes, sir. Yes, pretty much. This is accurate. Right. It's nothing going on. So we the Food Network now, right now. Oh man. Oh wow, this is interesting. 15 raw eggs a day. That's a lot of protein right there. He said it fixes things in the body. He trusts his human nutrition research methodology. Interesting. So, MS, what does it do though? What does that help you with, just in general, like in your body? Curious. Yeah, that's a lot of eggs. You know how many eggs? 15 eggs is? That means you got that's almost the 18 pack. You know how they got the 18 pack of eggs? That's almost that whole case every day, man. And also, how do you intake that? Like, do you cook them or like you put them in a blender? What are you doing with all them eggs? She said, I have two a day. Oh man, milk and cut. So you put that in, oh, milk in the cup. Okay, so you put the eggs in a cup with milk. Wow. Gat Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. 5 dozen eggs. Wow. Yeah, y'all are cutting up now. He said salmonella times 15. Oh snap. Wow. Yeah, y'all are nuts. Man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Nah, I mess with kale and fruits and veggies. I got a juice. I can juice. I can't do eggs. I could barely eat eggs like that. Like I can't. I don't even eat eggs every day. And if I do have eggs, I don't eat them by themselves. Like I need something else, sausage or bacon or something. Oh, you got high energy, high libido. Well, me too.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Yeah, my libido's up there too, and I don't mess with no eggs every day. Maybe it's the coffee. No, but I would imagine that the eggs do have, I guess, because of the protein, a lot of good qualities. I'm gonna do some research on that. That's interesting. But that's hardcore though, man. That's oof. Make you look neater. Yeah, that's what the barber's for. It's the cap for me. Oh man, interesting. He said cholesterol is a sex hormone precursor. Okay. Egalax. Jay Carly, what happened? You can't drink coffee? Or you just haven't drank coffee? Said his eyebrows get fuller, eyelashes stop falling. Sound like snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus. I'm joking. He said his teeth are whiter and stronger. Okay. Yeah, MS he on a whole nother level. He on a whole nother level. Oh, right. My bad. Yeah, rest in peace to her coffee maker. Jesus. Did you tell everybody what happened? That was crazy. Insanity. She done burn up the coffee maker. That part. Yeah, y'all's a trip. Steaming veggies in the coffee maker. Oh man, y'all are something else. So overall, I'm seeing fewer big candles. No, they still kind of in there. Yeah, the big candles are still in there. So I would say this is another transition period now, where we are now. But them big candles are still there. You know what a good one is? Oh man, I forgot the name of it. I forgot the brand name. It's kind of yeah, it's a little on the expensive side too. But the espresso that it makes is awesome. I'm gonna find out the name. I'll send it to you. Like that joint make real espresso. I had tried the pods for a little while. Um, then it's like it's kind of weird with that machine though. Actually, I ain't gonna front. That machine that I had was official, and the pods they used to work very well. But you gotta clean that machine like more than what they tell you to because a lot of the coffee grains it gets trapped up in there, and you can't see it, but it comes out in your coffee. You know. So I do about a cup now. I don't do pots because I don't drink that much coffee. Like a whole pot of coffee every nah, I can't do that. Couple of cups, I'm good. This is interesting. MS said he said all veggies and fruits are fake. So MS, what do you eat other than eggs? Like what food? He said all fruits and veggies is fake. So what do you eat? Curious, what do you eat? These some big ass candles here now. Yeah. This is what I want to know. Look, Angel get mad. She's like, what? Pause. He said he said lamb ribs, cheese, fishes, liver, steamed sheep head, fried bull testicles. All right, you capping. You capping, MS. Come on, man. He said fried bull testicles. I'm out. Cow legs. Okay. Mm-hmm. The funniest shit he wrote was fishes. That shit had me cracking up just now. Like I was laughing inside when I wrote that. I mean when I read that. Excuse me. He said fishes. That's funny. Oh man. Right. And I just was thinking that. I'm like, wait, I thought he was just talking about the cholesterol. Yeah, that sound like all that sound like it's full of cholesterol. Mm-mm-mm. This is hilarious. Your new host of Bizarre Foods. No, MS, I was joking. Yeah, because there's I'm laughing because I had learned in school there's no such word as fishes. It's just fish. Whether you're talking about one or whether you're talking about more than one. So that really was more of an inside joke for me. Fishes. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my normal diet. Grilled chicken salads, salmon, string beans, asparagus, occasional mashed potatoes, you know, turkey burgers here and there, shit like that. Yeah, gooses. We saw gooses. Yeah, right. Men's. Yeah, I mean, you eat as clean as you can. Eat as clean as you can. Kindle of kittens, murder of crows. Melanie, what's that from? I never heard that before. It sounds like a book. Oh, what else is good in the morning? Oatmeal. Oatmeal. That's another goodie. Um, I've recently I've been eating a lot of blueberries, blackberries, peaches. I think I do that every day. I eat salad every day. Um, Sometimes I'll only eat a salad for the whole day and nothing else, and just be drinking mad water all day. And I typically will have like coffee, at some point. I never had that, Nico. I never had you, but you know what I do like? I found as I got older, I like blueberry muffins. It's funny because when I was younger, I didn't like blueberries. I didn't like blueberry anything. Then as I gotten older, I just started eating regular blueberries, and I'm like, oh, blueberries are good. Oh, is that okay? So they call more than one kitten a Kindle. That's interesting. Because isn't the Kindle the little thing that you use for the electronic books? I wonder if that's where they got that from. And the murder of crows. Never heard that either, but that's interesting. So kind of like how you would say a school of fish. I'm guessing. Akai. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the steel cut oats. Yep. Like that. Man, oh man, Edwin, you doing a lot. You putting that in the coffee? I don't put nothing in the coffee other than cream and hazelnut or vanilla. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Not for sheephead though.
What you talking about, Lewis?
Melanie, explain this. What you mean overnight oats? I think I might know what you're talking about. Are you saying that you just cook the oats, like you just cook it slow all night? Is that what you're saying? Because I think that they do that in some restaurants. Because I'm like, how does this oatmeal come out like this? Like it seems like they must have been cooking this forever. She said overnight oats. Is that what? So is it what I'm describing, or is it something else? You gonna send me what overnight oats? Ed said after watching the birds, it makes sense why you would call a group of crows a murder. Aha! You got a very good point. That's an old ass movie too. That movie old because the birds look fake. But when you were young and you watched it, that shit was scary. I ain't gonna front. The birds scared me when I was a kid. But you look at it now, you'd be like, why was I scared of this? Oh, that's what it is. So they soak them all night in almond milk? Uh huh. Woo, maybe that's what they be doing. Somebody does that I be getting oatmeal from. Cause that oatmeal be nice and supple. It be supple and fluffy, like the texture of it. Let it sit in the fridge overnight. And in the morning they're done. So what do you do? You just heat it up in the morning? That sounds like something I would really like. Yeah, supple oatmeal. Oh man. J. Carly keep talking about blending them first. So you gotta blend them first and then do that. I'm gonna try it. What type of oatmeal do y'all use? Quaker? Eat it cold. What? I don't know about that. You supposed to eat it cold? Is that what you do? Is that how everybody does it, or does anybody do it different than that? Wow, Mo's saying the same thing. Jamal too. He said eat it as is with fruit or peanut butter. Jamal said cold. Rose said cold. Really? All right, I'm gonna try it. It's a lot of y'all saying it, so I'm gonna try it. But I can't fathom cold oatmeal. I don't know why. It's like I got a block in my brain. Like cold oatmeal don't go together. Oh, you saying you don't agree? Okay. Yeah, Jamal with me then. Cold oatmeal. Hmm. That's like eating warm Frosted Flakes. Let me warm up these Frosted Flakes real quick. Nah, but I'm willing to try it though. Look. Fonz is old school. He said, "Listen, instant oatmeal is good." Oh man. Okay, so anytime somebody says overnight oatmeal, they talking about the cold oatmeal. All right, got you. Melanie saying it's real good. Somebody else said it was good too. But Jay Carly said you can also heat it up though. I think I have to put some heat on it. I don't know. Until I get over my mental block. I could do, where is it? He said sugar or butter. Yeah, I could do both. Yeah, JT with me. I could do both. Oh, jelly? Oh, hell no. Ain't nobody putting no jelly in no grits. Nah. No. Jelly? Nah. Jamal gonna make me bid you adieu. Latest or earliest I've taken a trade. In general, I mean it like literally it's at all different times. It really depends on when the market ultimately decides to present excuse me, all of the layers of stability that we wait for. Yeah, like all times. Because I've been up at different times and the market has done it at times when I've been up. 2 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the evening, like just all times. Oh, I'm just realizing that's Ed. What's up, man? Yeah, I didn't even realize that until Jay Carly just said that just now. Yeah, and yeah, so she's saying what I'm saying. When it's stable, that's it. That's it. If when the market is stable and the trade comes, that's gonna be the trade. Wow, Melanie. She said, add some fruit and you will see Jesus. Wow. Yep, no doubt. It's all good. Facts. Yeah, so I mean the market, since we've been on, it's just been in transition this whole time. Someone had asked earlier if like if we're in a slow condition. We are in a slow condition. Excuse me, but what we don't have yet is a solid range. We do not have that in solid just yet. So even though the condition is slow and you're seeing moments where the movement itself is even stable, the range is not solid. So many of the moves are going back and forth and they're big. Like if you look at the candles, you can see some of the candle moves are large. So anytime you have that larger candle dominance in the overall market, what it's letting us know is that there's a lot of distance in the movement. So the market is traveling. And the reason that that's dangerous is because it can travel, beyond your strike. And that's why the box helps you to see and to isolate the movement so that when all of the movement is contained inside of the box, that's guiding you into the smaller, tighter range. But the market still has to do it though. So even if you're seeing that the market is still moving inside of the box, that does not mean that the movement has range in it just yet. The candles can still be large, which they still are. So you got larger candles dominating the market, but the smaller candles are coming in between. We want that to flip. We want the smaller candles to dominate, and then the larger candles will just represent position changes. But you'll have the smaller candle dominance, which will mean that the movement will all be inside of the box. That's why the box is the third layer, because the first layer has to be in place first. So it doesn't matter that you have movement inside the box if the movement is not contained inside of a range. So when you got too much distance in the moves, you know, that's when you'll have various issues. Wondering why, well, oh man, why did it do that? Perfect example is when you go back and you watch the replay of this, when I asked about if the market would stay in the box, and it did not stay in the box. Instead, it was a larger candle that was about 6 or 7 micropips in distance, and it repositioned the market all the way outside the box at the end of a binary. So if someone was just jumping into a trade just because the market was in the box, they would have lost, which is just further confirmation that what we do is very precise. So on point. On point. You just draw it out, Ed. You go to your drawing tool on the chart. Let me show you. When you just touch the chart like here, see this little thing look like a pencil? Drawings. Go to rectangle. And then when you click rectangle, you can just draw the box. And the box is just simply the top strike connected to the bottom strike. That's all it is. Yep. All right, y'all. So I will be back on what's it, Thursday? So tomorrow I'm gonna do a coffee and charts because the market is closing early at 4 o'clock. So I'll more than likely do coffee and charts at some point. So I will see you guys then. And in the interim, I'll see you all in the group chat as well for everyone in training. If you're not in training yet, you need to watch 301 Mindset. Type it in the search box on this channel on YouTube. Go to YouTube for TeamAlliance, type in 301 Mindset, and start watching that video. Just kind of watch it every day. All right. All right. So this is volume 41. Live market observation. All right. It's been real. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco,